Now, Midnight Mastermind.
So, the week so far is it's all about the 2s out of 3s. It always is whenever I do this programme. I always score 2 out of 3. Can I break that on Wednesday's Midnight Mastermind? We'll find out in a second. Yesterday, Tom in Warrington joined us to ask me questions on Pulp Fiction, a film I fell asleep watching at the cinema, and I wasn't intoxicated, so 2 out of 3 I'll live with. Let's see what today's subject is, shall we? Good evening, Midnight Mastermind. Contestant, your name, please.
My name is Steve Steinman.
Hello, Steve. Where are you?
I'm in Nottingham.
In Nottingham, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your chosen specialist subject for me?
It's going to be vampires for you tonight.
Vampires, all right. Anything we need to know about you, Steve?
Not particularly.
No. You're not a bloodsucker yourself?
Just going to give you some good... I just thought vampires, with it being the witching hour, 12:30 and all that.
Yeah, lovely. Well, all right, then. Well, I'm intrigued, put it that way, I'm intrigued. Better get some revision done now. I know nothing about vampires. That is Kygo and Whitney Houston and Higher Love, which I was enjoying whilst revising on vampires. This show is great, isn't it? The things that you revise on. Steve's in Nottingham and he's our contestant on Midnight Mastermind. Although, really, I'm the contestant, Steve. You're the quiz master, aren't you, tonight?
Well, I am. I'll give it a go.
What made you choose vampires? I mean, you mentioned the witching hour, but have you got a specific interest in this area?
Well, I'm a show producer, and one of the shows I produce is a show called Vampires Rock.
Oh, yeah.
So it kind of just felt right being this time, and I produce a lot of other shows, but vampires is one of them, so I know a little bit about vampires.
And have you only ever been behind the scenes, or have you ever trodden the boards yourself?
No, I'm one of the lead performers also. Yeah.
Oh, right,
yeah.
okay.
So we tour all over the world and all over the UK and arenas and concert halls.
Just so we can picture how big Vampires Rock is, give us some of the venues you've played at.
Oh, wow. I've done every arena in the UK, from Manchester, Nottingham, Birmingham. I've played in South Africa. I've played in Australia. We've had Toy Wilcox as the Queen. We've had Eddie Ojeda on guitar from Twisted Sister playing alongside us. We've just had Sam Bailey in the show as the Queen. I have different guest artists come and join me. I play a character called Baron von Rockula. It's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek. It's a comedy show, really. It's a bit. We call it. It's like vampires at the pantomime. That's what it is. But we perform all the great classic rock songs that you would ever want to hear. And you just played one with Meatloaf, obviously, before we came on, which was awesome. Yeah.
Now, a little bird tells me that, and I couldn't believe we'd played Meatloaf, that you've been Meatloaf.
Yeah, I did it probably nearly 30 years ago. I did Meatloaf on Stars in Their Eyes, and I've really, and that kind of set me off doing all these other productions all those years ago. And we've pretty much done everything and everywhere. And we're touring with a show also, another one of my shows called Anything for Love, and that features Jim Steinman music and Meatloaf songs, and that is touring. And
but I just want to check, you won't do that.
Pardon?
You won't do that, will you?
No, I won't, no. And we have Lorraine Crosby in that as well, which she sang that song with Meatloaf. She told me. So it's all good stuff.
It's great stuff, Steve. Oh, well, let's see if I can match.
I've made them easy for you.
Have you? All right. Well, famous last words, mate.
Midnight Mastermind.
Question 1 then on vampires from Steve in Nottingham. Here we go.
Which Yorkshire coastal town did Bram Stoker's Dracula arrive at?
Now, I do know this because this did come up in the research, so I'm fairly confident that this is going to be Whitby.
Yeah, of course it is. There you go. Bang. Right. Yeah, that's your one.
Up and running. That's me one. Yeah, I'm not going to get the rest.
I'm going to try and make him a bit harder now.
You've been listening, haven't you? Right, go on.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Question number 2.
Which actor was the most famous movie Count Dracula, who starred in all the cult movies from the 60s and 70s?
Oh.
He's the main man from back in the day.
Yes. All right. Well,
have I got you?
Well, no, you haven't. I'm between 2, you see. And the reason I'm struggling in my mind is because both the people I'm thinking of both played Dracula. So I'm between Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. And I'm going to have to go for one of them. So I'm going to go, simply because I thought he was brilliant in The Man with the Golden Gun, I'll go Christopher Lee.
Correct. Didn't Peter Cushing, the guy who was always chasing and trying to stick the stake in his heart?
I don't know. See, I'll have to look it up in a minute. I've got a feeling that he's played him as well.
It's a good name, Peter Cushing. I don't know if he was ever Dracula. But anyway, moving on.
More Cushing for the... No, it doesn't matter. Go on.
You've got two. So I told you they were easy.
Oh, go on.
What was the name of the vampire movie starring Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and Christian Slater?
Oh, come on. I know it. It's going to be the first Full House ever. I know it. It is, sir, Interview with a Vampire.
There you go. You see, I'm just throwing him. I threw you a bone.
You did. You were very, very kind. And so we get the full... This is the loudest the applause gets on these sound effects that we have. And the fanfare comes in, 3 out of 3. Honestly, I think that's a first. I'm not sure I've ever had a full house in all the time I've been filling in for the Borge.
Yeah, you can thank me for that. There you go.
Well, I am already thanking you, Steve. That's it's very generous of you. And also, quite a good subject as well.
Well, bit of fun, bit different.
Yeah. So, obviously, you're not...
The norm.
Are you, you're not going to have a crack at doing this show from home, are you? Because obviously you can't perform at the moment.
Well, what I've been doing every Friday night, I've been streaming the videos for all the fans. So on a Friday night, we stream them on YouTube because I've got, over the years I've been doing this. We've got some incredible videos that the fans get on the tours, and we've been streaming them, and they've been going down incredibly well. So we've been doing that every Friday. This Friday's going to be the one with Eddie Ojeda from Twisted Sister, who was on guitar in that one.
Okay, where do we find those?
That's on Steve Steinman TV on YouTube.
Lovely. Steve, it's been a pleasure, man. Thanks so much. Really enjoyed it.
Thanks for having me on, Phil. Have a good one. Let's hope are you back on again tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow and Friday.
All right, I'll be listening to see if you get another 4.
Thanks, Steve. We'll try.